Alrighty, I'm on. All my life I've heard it sung that for learning how to love we are never too young, but it's all so true. And I've heard it told, comes to giving love we are never too old. Give a little love from the bottom of the heart. If you want to make a friend of someone, that's where you start. Inside of you, let it be true. From the bottom of the heart, oh, give a little love. Our hearts will open, our hearts will close. That's the way our hearts are fashioned, I suppose. But if we just stay true to the higher point of view, the love that's there inside of us will come pouring through. When you give a little love from the bottom of the heart, when you want to make a friend of someone, that's where you start. Inside of you, let it be true. From the bottom of the heart, oh, give a little love. Now sometimes that's real easy, sometimes not. Because sometimes life just don't work out the way you thought. But when trouble's got you running, your dreams are torn apart, there's an answer right inside of you. That's where the whole thing starts. Oh, give a little love from the bottom of the heart. Want to make a friend of someone, that's where you start. Inside of you, let it be true. From the bottom of the heart, oh, give a little love. Just give a little love from the bottom of the heart. If you want to make a friend of someone, that's where you start. Inside of you, let it be true. From the bottom of the heart, oh, give a little love. Down inside of you, let it ring true. From the bottom of the heart, give a little love. All right. Hey, Facebook. As you probably know, I can't hear you or see you, but I know you're out there because I can see your comments coming on the screen in front of me. I'm not close enough to be able to read them or respond to them, so I apologize for that. But the video of this concert will be posted on my Facebook page afterwards, and I'll read through them and respond at that point in time. So at this point in time, I'm just going to say thank you for being here. Some of you know that last song. It was is from my shameless self-promotion here, from my CD, Your Heart Knows. If you're interested in having a copy of that, let me know, and I will make sure that you have a way to do it. And this is another one from that CD. This one came one time in a dream. I was just right in that awkward place, just where you're just about to wake up but not quite yet. And I found myself playing this song, and then all of a sudden I woke up and I realized that I needed to write it down. So I rushed into my office real quick and grabbed my guitar and started writing. And it's one of life's little simple lessons about relationships. So this is called "Can't Live With Them, Can't Live Without Them." When God made man and God made woman back in the garden that day, 5 will get you 10, he saw it coming. In fact, I bet he planned it that way. Because the battle had been raging since the very first day Adam started checking Eve out. She winked and smiled, played hard to get. He began to scream and shout. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Spend your whole life dreaming all about them. Everybody knows, there ain't no doubt. Oh, you can't live with them, can't live without them. Ruby red lips, half a dress, smelling like heaven on earth. First date with the man of her dreams. She's about to get her bubble burst, 'cause he's bragging about his new bass boat. Baby is so sweet, and you can hear her screaming all the way down the street. You can't live with them, can't live without them. Spend your whole life dreaming all about them, but everybody knows there ain't no doubt. Oh, you can't live with them, can't live without them. But through all kinds of trouble, all kinds of weather, love's the glue that holds us together. 'Cause when it comes down to it, we're birds of a feather. So what you gonna do? Can't live with them, can't live without them. Spend your whole life dreaming all about them. Everybody knows there ain't no doubt. Oh, you can't live with them, can't live without them. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Spend your whole life dreaming all about them, but everybody knows there ain't no doubt. You can't live with them, can't live without them. So there you go. Well, I keep seeing messages flash across the screen, so I know there's a lot of people out there. So thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate that. Let's see here. I'm gonna do this one for you. This is one that I don't play very much, but I really like it. I don't know why I haven't played it very much. This is called "The Secret of Love." Everybody's been searching, looking for the answer to the question they have. Everybody wants to know the secret of love. They're reading all the papers and watching movies and the TV screen, hoping they'll find the secret of love. Oh, they're never gonna find it there, 'cause being secret ain't a part of love's plan. They search the world over till they find it right there in their hand. 'Cause love ain't never been hidden, it's right up front for anybody to see. You give it and you get it, that's the secret of love. Oh, you're never gonna find it there. Being secret ain't a lot of love's plan. You search the world over till you find it, it's right there in your hand. 'Cause love ain't never been hidden, it's right up front for anybody to see. You give it and you get it, that's the secret of love. Give it and you get it, that's the secret. Love ain't never been hidden, right up front for anybody to see. Give it and you get it, that's the secret of love. You give it and you get it, that's the secret of love. The secret of love, the secret of love. Alright, so there's that. Let's see here. Alright, can everybody hear and see okay? Alright, that's one of the hazards of going on Facebook Live on your phone. Sometimes you get calls. I guess I should probably turn that part of it off. So, this next song was written a few years ago. I was thinking about how I really liked during the day, so at some point in time, either morning, evening, afternoon, whenever the time comes, is to just step back a little bit, and it might come in the form of taking a nap, or just sitting down and being quiet, doing maybe a meditation or contemplation, or sometimes taking a walk out in nature or something like that. Something to just pull back from the world a bit and just kind of gather myself. And so I wrote myself a song. I'm going to be doing the wrong key there. Wrote myself a song to remind me of the value of that. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. See if this works. All right, somebody's trying to call me. They just tried to call back. I appreciate the persistence, but not right now. All right. All right, so this is called Let Go of the World. Let go of the world every day, just for a while. Slip away, feel the freedom of a heart unfurled. Every day, let go of the world. This life will sometimes take you down. It's hard at the edges, where the mystery abounds. We all need a quiet place to realize there's a whole lot more to see than other appears before our eyes. Let go of the world every day, just for a while. Slip away, feel the freedom of a heart unfurled. Every day, let go of the world. When the chaos comes, and you know it will, just take a moment. Let your mind grow still, 'cause someone's waiting for you there in the eye of the storm. They're gonna rock you like a child in their ever-loving arms. Let go of the world every day, just for a while. Slip away, feel the freedom of a heart unfurled. Every day, let go of the world. Take a little time, rest your wings, and then fly on back into the heart of the world on the love song that you sing. Let go of the world every day, just for a while. Slip away, feel the freedom of a heart unfurled. Every day, let go of the world. Feel the freedom of a heart unfurled. Every day, let go of the world. Every day, let go of the world. Let go of the world. All right. So I don't know if anybody out there is listening that knows Waz, my old friend Waz, or Waz if you're online, please don't call me anymore right now. Just I can't pick up the phone because I'm using it. All right, let's see here. Let's see. This is another one from my CD. I'm a big fan, a big believer in miracles. I think they're happening all the time, and we only really see them if we're paying attention, you know. And the more we pay attention to it, the more we realize that while we're looking for them, they're looking for us as well. It's called Looking for a Miracle. I am looking for a miracle, looking for me. I'm looking for a miracle, looking for a miracle. I'm looking for a miracle, looking for me. I'm looking for a miracle, looking for a miracle. Now every day the sun comes up, the sun goes down, and the earth turns around. A warm wind blows and a songbird sings. The laughter in the heart of the children rings, and I'm looking for a miracle, looking for me. I'm looking for a miracle, looking for a miracle. You can look down or you can look up, complain about life or let it fill your cup. So many gifts that I failed to see till I was looking through the eyes of the child in me. And I'm looking for a miracle, and a miracle is looking for me. I'm looking for a miracle, looking for a miracle. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes sad. All in our life ain't so bad. If I smile or frown, it's still up to me. So what do we choose to see? I'm looking for a miracle, looking for me. I'm looking for a miracle, looking for a miracle. I'm looking for a miracle, looking for me. I'm looking for a miracle, looking for a miracle, looking for a miracle, looking for a miracle. I'm looking for a miracle. Alrighty. Well, let's see here. I'm going to do this one for you. This is a really old song, but it's been one of my favorites for many years. I wrote this kind of an interesting story. I was driving from Texas to Southern California in June of 1974, and I'd never been through that part of the country before, so it was fascinating to see all the desert and all that. It was brand new for me. But I kept crossing what were supposed to be rivers, and it would have a sign saying the such and such river, and there would be a bridge, and I'd cross over and I'd look down, there'd be no water anywhere, and I'm thinking, what's the deal? I wasn't wise to the ways of the great Southwest, and finally at some point I stopped for gas, and I saw this old guy sitting on a bench out in front of the gas station, and it looked like he just walked out of the desert, right? And after I paid for my gas, I walked over to him. I said, "Say, what's the deal with all these rivers? That they got bridges and everything, but there's no water. I mean, what's the point?" And he looked at me with kind of wise eyes, and he said, "The river's underground." I said, "Underground? What do you mean?" He said, "Well, it's the hot season, and there's less water, and so that river's still flowing, but it's flowing underground. He said, when the rains come, that'll fill up, and you got to have that bridge. But right now it's underground. I thought, what a great thing. I would have never guessed that. Seems really obvious now, of course, but at the time, you know, I was young and foolish, and it felt like a miracle. So this was right around El Paso when I saw this guy, and the rest of the way across Arizona, New Mexico, and into California, this song was playing in my head. Writing itself in my head, and so when I got there, I finally sat down and wrote it down. It's called Johnny and Moses. Oh man, Moses was a worker in his day, go for 20 or more hours and not near enough pay. Said it didn't matter when the evening time had come, he'd go and find a river, sit and listen to it run. Young man John, a friend of old Moses, followed him around wherever he'd go. Johnny thought the world was a dirty old toy. Moses known John from a little bitty boy. Well, the weather got rough, Johnny's boy cried, wanted old Moses right by his side. Moses said to Johnny, ain't no better place to go than to sit beside the river. Come and listen to it flow, listen to it flow. Johnny sat down in the noonday sun. He said, Moses, what if the river don't run? Moses, Moses, are we all gonna die? What you gonna do if the river runs dry? And Moses said, John, you got to listen for the sound. Listen for the river like it's running underground. The river ain't never been no place else. Want to hear it run, you got to listen for yourself. And then the weather got rough, and Johnny boy cried, wanted old Moses right by his side. Moses said to Johnny, ain't no better place to go than to sit beside the river. Come and listen to it flow, listen to it flow. Let's see here. Well, I advertise this as as all originals, but I'm going to do you one that's not mine, from some songwriters that had inspired me quite a bit when I was starting out. I got my first guitar back in March of 1964. I was a senior in high school. And this was just about 6 weeks after the Beatles wrote Ed Sullivan, 3 weeks in a row. And I jumped on that bandwagon hard. And I didn't get my guitar because of the Beatles. The reason I got my guitar is because I had a friend in high school named Pete Brownsville. Pete, if you're out there somewhere, or if you happen to run across this video, I would dearly love to hear from you. It's been 50 years or so. I don't even know if you're alive anymore, but it's been so long. But anyway, Pete Brownsville, give me a call or contact me somehow. Anyway, so Pete we were both seniors in high school, and Pete would take his guitar to parties and pretty much everywhere he went. And what I noticed is that whenever he took that guitar out of the case, girls would just kind of be drawn to him. It was like a magnet, you know. And it happened every time. And I after about 4 or 5 times of watching this, I decided that was the key to life. And so I had to get myself a guitar. And then I quickly discovered that Pete had another secret. He knew how to play one, and so it didn't work quite the same for me. But Pete was very kind, and he showed me a few chords and got me started. And then I just kind of took it from there and then never looked back. And that was 56 years ago, I think. This month, as a matter of fact. But anyway, this is a song from the Beatles that Lennon and McCartney have been an inspiration for a long time because of their songwriting. So this is a little bit different arrangement on one of their songs because I don't know that I could do their arrangements justice with just acoustic guitar. So here you go. I need your love, you know it's true. Hope you need my love, darling, like I need you. Hold me and love me, hold me and love me. Got nothing but love for you, baby, 8 days a week. Love you every day, girl, always on my mind. There's one thing I can say to you, darling, love you all the time. Hold me and love me, hold me and love me. Got nothing but love for you, baby, 8 days a week, 8 days a week. Love you, 8 days a week. Not enough to show I care, 'cause I need your love, and you know it's true. Hope you need my love, baby, like I need you. Hold me and love me, hold me and love me. Got nothing but love for you, baby, 8 days a week. I got nothing but love for you, darling, 8 days a week, 8 days a week, 8 days a week. All right, Beatles. Let's see here. Well, let me take this moment to do another little bit of shameless self-promotion here. As many of you know, most musicians in the country a couple of weeks ago found themselves out of work. I lost about 50 jobs that I had booked for March and April, and hopefully they're going to come back in May, but we just don't know where this thing's going. So we're looking for alternatives, and this is one of mine. I really miss performing, and I thought, well, this might be the way to do it, and this is several people have written and said, how do we donate? So if you're inclined to donate some money for this concert, I'm certainly not going to turn it down. I really appreciate it. And here's what you do. There's two ways to do it. Let's see. Hopefully you can see that okay. You go to PayPal.com or you go to Venmo.com. Either one of those. Now, PayPal does not require any sort of membership. You can just go there and enter my email address and donate whatever you like. With Venmo, you have to be a member. It's free membership. It's not that big of a deal, but either one will work. For those of you that are already Venmo members, you know how easy it is. So anyway, so that's how that goes. And I thank you for your generosity in advance. Let's see here. All right, so let me get this. This is another old song. I've been digging through my files lately and finding songs that I've written some years ago and really liked at the time. And sometimes they just slip away. You write new songs, and the other ones just kind of get in the background, and you forget about them. And so I pulled this one out and thought I'd learn it again. This has got a part you can sing on. You're gonna have to sing really loud for me to hear you, of course, but I'll do my best. So the way this works, whenever you hear this particular piece of music, that's where you sing your part. Now sometimes I might be singing something else at the same time. You just keep on singing if you're so inclined. Here's what you sing. It's very simple. Climbing on up, climbing on up, climbing on up, climbing on up. So as long as I'm doing this little progression here, you just sing that. I'll be leaving here today, standing up on my own 2 feet, moving on up the street, highway in the sky. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, climbing on up, climbing on up, climbing on up. It's a long, hard road to the top, I'm told, but I've also heard you can fly just like a bird. You just spread your wings. You can do anything. It could be a real good time all the way down the line. It could be a dream come true. Sunshine, sky so blue, all depends on you. Climbing on up, climbing on up, climbing on up, climbing on up, climbing on up. We got a ways to go, and I'm sure that you know. Could be a long, long time before we finish the climb. But listen, thing I'm trying to say, we could spend each and every day searching for the sacred ground. But I found that that boulevard always begins in your own backyard. Highway in the sky. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. Climbing on up, climbing on up, climbing on up, climbing on up, climbing on up. All right. So those of you that were brave enough to sing there by yourselves, please write me a note and tell me that you sang along. I'd like to hear that. All right, let's see here. All right, this is another one from my CD. You can pick up that CD at cdbaby.com. Just search for my name, Bill Mann, and it should come up. They are changing their store around, what it does and what it doesn't do. So I know that's good through the end of the month. I don't know after that, but feel free to write me a note. Just leave me a note on here if you like, if you're interested, and let me know. And once again, here's what it looks like. Let's see. Let me get the glare off. There we go. See how pretty I was back then. All right. So this is. This is called All We Need Is a Helping Hand. Let's see here. Sometimes we're down and we need a helping hand to lift us up and show us that we can stand on our own. Every woman, child, and man, yeah, all we need is a helping hand. We're a little behind, 'cause we stumbled and fell down, and we need someone help us wipe away that frown and live our life. Recognize the plan. All we need is a helping hand, and all we need is someone on our side and a genuine smile to soothe our wounded pride and encouraging word. Someone to plant the seed, yeah. Helping hand is all we need. All we need is a helping hand. So many people just don't understand. All we need is a helping hand. When you see someone who needs that special friend, let your love song flow. It's playing there within. Open up your heart and give them what you can, yeah. All they need is a helping hand. All we need is someone on our side and a genuine smile to soothe our wounded pride and encouraging words. Someone to plant the seed, yeah. Helping hand is all we need. All we need is a helping hand. All we need is a helping hand. That's all we need. Helping hand is all we need. Is a helping hand. Helping hand is all we need. Is a helping hand. All we need is a helping hand. Well, let's see here. Let me do a quick check of the time here. I need to buy a clock, but I haven't done that yet. Let's see here. Okay. All right. semi on the schedule. Let's see here. Well, let me play this one for you. This is one that I wrote about 20 years ago. I was in Philadelphia. I just attended a 5 days worth of spiritual seminar, and it was like a 2-day writer conference and then a 3-day seminar, and so I've had 5 days in that environment, and I was just let's call it uplifted, boy. And I met a guy there named Martin, Martin Meter. Martin, if you're out there, this was you caused this song to come into being by your invitation that day. On Sunday after the seminar, Martin, who is a world famous choir director, by the way, and he invited me to go with him to a Black Baptist church a few miles from the seminar site. He said there were 3 different black churches that were having a kind of a celebration of their year. They were gathering, and all 3 their choirs were going to be there singing, and he really wanted to see that, and he invited me to go along, so I went. And it was an amazing experience to see each choir, decked out in robes and everything, and just tighter than anything. Just really you could tell that they'd done it a lot. Each one of them did a slow, stately song, and each one did a kick-in song. And there was a band that was there to back them up. I think bass, drums, and organ, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a guitar. I can't remember, but they backed him up, and it was wonderful. It was just really a wonderful thing. And then after the 3 choirs had performed, the minister of the church, the current minister of the church, came up to the front and thanked everyone for coming. And then he got a smile on his face, and he walked a few feet down the aisle to about where we were in the second row, and he walked down to about the 3rd row, and there was an old gentleman sitting across the aisle from us, and he had several days worth of beard. He looked very tired. He looked like he'd lived a good life, but he was probably in his late 70s, early 80s, something like that. And the minister stopped by him and smiled and nodded. The man nodded back, and the minister leaned down to him and looked at him and said, "I remember the day when the fire fell." And I thought, what the heck is that? And the old man just kind of looked at him and smiled, and the preacher says, no. And he looked at him again and says, "I remember the day when the fire fell." I'm thinking, what is going on? And everybody, you could hear a murmur going through the crowd, and we'd never been there before, so we didn't realize, but this older gentleman had been the previous minister, right? So he'd been in that church for 25, 30 years. And one more time, the young minister said, "I remember the day when the fire fell." Looked at him like he wasn't going to take no for an answer. And came to find out that was a song. That's a gospel song that I didn't know at the time. And the old man finally nodded. He said, "All right." He says, "I ain't got much, but I'll give you what I got." And he stood up, and he kind of took the microphone, and he slowly walked up there, just kind of ambled up there, and you could tell he maybe had a little bit of arthritis, that sort of thing. And so he got it in front, and he nodded to everybody. He said greeting, and he looked over at the band, and he cued the band, and then he turned into James Brown. It was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen in my life. He did everything but the splits. And at the end of that song, there was a call and response song, so everybody was standing up, clapping, and responding. It was going back and forth, and he was just amazing. And at the end of it, when he went back to his seat, you could tell he was hurting. He'd given about 120%, and his legs were hurting, his arms were hurting, his back was hurting. And several angels from the choir just kind of descended on him and started massaging him, and it was the sweetest thing, because he'd given his entire heart and then some. And that was really inspirational. And the next day, this is a long story. I didn't realize it was going to be this long. I apologize. The next day, I'm driving back to Asheville, North Carolina, from that area of Philadelphia. I stayed in Front Royal, Virginia, Northern Virginia, right at the top of what's called the Skyline Drive, which eventually connects to the Blue Ridge Parkway. And it's several hundred miles of 2-lane road along the top of a ridge, and it's just the most gorgeous drive in the world. If you ever get a chance to do it, do it. But on the way back, I wrote 2 gospel songs based on the inspiration I'd heard before. So one hand on wheel and one hand on the pen and one hand on the guitar, which is kind of a juggling act. But anyway, so this is the song that came from that. And thanks for your patience for that long introduction. Well, I'm on fire. I said I'm on fire. This love of God, you know, it just takes me higher. I said I'm on fire with the love of God. It takes me higher. I'm on fire. Now in my heart, this I know, in God's eyes, we are the soul. We are here to bring God's love into this world, to this world. So reach out your hand, touch someone's heart. Don't be afraid now, just light that spark and give your love the best you can, and give it again. Oh, give it again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. This love of God takes me higher. Oh, I'm on fire with the love of God. It takes me higher. Oh, I'm on fire. I'm gonna take this love inside, spread it far, oh, spread it wide. Every chance I get, I'm gonna let it out. There ain't no doubt, oh, ain't no doubt. I'm on fire, I'm on fire. This love of God takes me higher. Oh, I'm on fire, love of God takes me higher. Whoa, I'm on fire. And when my time is finally come, when my race has been run, I'll still be singing as I leave this old world. Oh, this old world. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. This love of God, it takes me higher and higher. I'm on fire with the love of God. It takes me higher. Whoa, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. This love of God takes me higher and higher. I'm on fire with the love of God. It takes me higher. Whoa, I'm on fire. Alrighty, so there's that. I hope that long introduction was worth it. Alright, let's see here. So, I'm going to do that one. Yeah, I'll do that one. Also, I'll let you know. Also, last week when I did this concert, I did it acoustically and just allowed for the microphone in the phone in my iPhone to pick it up. And this week I'm trying it with a microphone and plugged into an amplifier, and so the sound may be a little different. And I'm not sure how it's coming out there. So if you have a good ear for sound, Mark and anybody else, please let me know how this came across. All right, I appreciate any tips on adjusting the sound so it comes out nice. All right. morning's dawning and the sun is shining. The birds are singing in that special way. The song is playing and the words are rhyming. The door is open and I'm on my way. Every moment is a new beginning. All depends upon your point of view. And you will find you can't stop grinning if you will only change your attitude, attitude, attitude. If in the mirror your dark side is showing, your recovery is much too slow, you can change it in a moment just by knowing. You send it love and then you just let it go. Every moment is a new beginning. All depends upon your point of view. And you will find you can't stop grinning if you will only change your attitude, attitude, attitude. Everywhere you turn, you'll find it's true. There's a clear way through. Golden opportunity waiting here for you and me. It comes down to we're the one who chooses to open the door or keep it closed. You can be the one who uses the secret each and every moment shows. Every moment is a new beginning. All depends upon your point of view. And you will find you can't stop grinning if you will only change your attitude, attitude. Every moment is a new beginning. It all depends upon your point of view. And you will find you can't stop grinning if you will only change your attitude, attitude, attitude. You All right, there you go. Let's see here. I just got to watch my time here. All right, I got time for one more here. Let's see here. Let me flash this one more time. Those of you who are interested in making a donation, you're certainly welcome to. I thank you in advance. For those who are not able to, don't you worry about it at all. Everybody's welcome, and I'm glad you're here. It's just fun to have somebody to play to. So spread the word. I'm going to be doing this probably every week. I'll develop a schedule here in the next week or so. So if you want to make a donation, it's paypal.com or venmo.com. And all you have to do is enter my email address, yourheartknows@mac.com, and when you're prompted to. And that's as simple as it gets. Last week I asked, and I'll ask again, if you have any requests, please write them in the comments, and if I can do them, I'll, next time I do this, I'm happy to. Last week I asked, and somebody asked for this next song, so I thought I would finish with it. I got an email one time that somebody had sent me that had an excerpt from the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, and the subject matter said Lao Tzu's peace plan, and it as I read it, I realized, wow, this has got to be a song. So here's this. I'll leave you this with this is called Peace in the World, Peace in the Heart. And again, thank you so much for joining me. This hour seemed to go kind of fast. I don't know where it went, but I guess that's what happens when you're having fun. All right, so here's this. There will be peace in the world. There will be peace in the world. Whenever there is peace, whenever there is peace, peace in the nations. And there will be peace in the nations. There will be peace in the nations. Whenever there is peace, whenever there is peace, peace in the cities. There will be peace in the cities. There will be peace in the cities. Whenever there is peace, whenever there is peace, peace between there will be peace between neighbors. There will be peace between neighbors. Whenever there is peace, whenever there is peace, peace in the home. There will be peace in the home. There will be peace in the home. Whenever there is peace, whenever there is peace, peace in the heart. So there will be peace in the world. There will be peace in the world. Whenever there is peace, whenever there is peace, peace in the heart. Whenever there is peace, whenever there is peace, peace in the heart. Peace in the world, peace in the heart, peace in the heart. Peace in the world, peace in the world. All right, well, that's going to do it for this evening. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. And it's kind of serious out there, so take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Wash your hands more than you think you need. Keep away from people that, unless you really know them really, really well. And I'll let you know about the next one. Should be within a week or so. Take care, everybody.